Hi Liz, how are you?
Hey Karen, how you going? I'm well, thank you.
Good, everyone. This is Liz. Liz and I started working together in June 2020, around abouts, and she finished up my plant power transformation program in around September 2020. We're now in mid January 2021. So, Liz, you lost around 9 kilos or so, just under kilos, wasn't it?
Yeah, 8.9 kilos, so pretty much nine.
Yeah, well
Yeah,
done. And that was, I guess 4 to 5 months ago.
yeah,
uh, we finished. So how have things been for you since? What's life been like? What have you taken away from the program and continued running with?
yeah. I think the biggest thing for me was, well, I originally signed up for the program because I wanted to feel more energy and I wanted to feel better about myself. I felt really depressed and anxious and not grounded, and I didn't really love myself or think that I was worthy.
Yeah,
And I didn't really have confidence. So it started with all of those like internal feelings, and I would self sabotage by emotionally eating all the wrong foods,
yeah, okay.
not enough fruit and vegetables, and not really looking after my digestive system.
Yeah, yeah,
And so I guess that's what spurred me on to it.
yeah, yeah,
And since then, the lessons that I've taken with me for that would be now 3 to 4 months on is my mindset and belief in myself and the education that
yeah,
you've given me. So I know what superfood foods to eat to stay well, what fruits and veggies to add in. And particularly the biggest thing is I'm listening to my body and I'm feeling into, am I full? Do I need to have all of what's on my plate? So if I feel full, then I won't eat everything on my plate. And I accept that now.
good. That's really
Yeah.
tapping into the whole hunger and fullness cues, isn't it? Like, when
Yeah.
should I be eating and when should I be stopping? Yeah, that's a good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, what were some of the other I guess, I don't know, life-changing moments or big ahas that you took away? Because I remember you were saying that you had almost an aha moment in every session as we caught up. What were some of the ones that you remember, or at least that you remember now because they sort of changed your trajectory?
Yeah, definitely. The biggest ones I remember is my beliefs. So I guess growing up as a child, I was told you have to eat everything on your plate and you have to eat what I'm eating and what I'm giving you.
Yeah,
And I guess the biggest thing that I had to overcome and heal was I didn't have to eat what everyone was eating at the family dinner table. But I love and accepted and respected what they were eating, and I would bring my own foods or add something different into the cooking.
yeah, yeah,
And initially that was difficult for me because I wanted to be loved and accepted, and I didn't want people to think I'm a weirdo and be like, "What are you doing, Lizzie? Like seriously, just
yeah,
we always have this. We've had it for 10, 20 years, just eat it." So I think the knowledge and the skills that you gave me about educating me about the types of foods to eat
yeah,
that are good for your mind, body, and soul and spirit really helped me. And the action steps, like taking the action steps, like take your soy milk with you or take your green vegetable tofu with you to the dinner party.
yeah,
And, you can still sit at the dinner party with everyone, except you're just having the super fueled meal and they can have whatever they're eating,
yeah,
like, veg and steak, 3 veg and steak or whatever we're brought up to believe in.
yeah. How are your family now with your way of eating? Like, are they?
Yeah, they're a lot better.
Yeah, yeah.
They're accepting. They're like, "Oh, okay, soy milk," and I'm like, "Yeah, I've got my own soy milk," and now they've got soy milk in their cupboard.
Oh wow, you're having an
Yeah,
impact too. There you
yeah.
go.
So they're making sure they've got the things I eat at their place as well, and it's just really, really lovely that they still love and accept me. And that was the biggest thing I had to learn, that your friends and family are still going to love you no matter what, even if you change your lifestyle or your diet. Because it wasn't about just the short period of, okay, you're going to lose this amount of weight in 3 to 4 months. It was bigger than that. My mindset, my beliefs, the habits, the actions that you helped me to go through. And I've kept them. Like, without realizing it, looking back, I'm like, oh, like I'm only eating till I'm halfway full or 70% full. I'm drinking water before and after meals. I'm not eating an hour or two, well, 2 hours before sleep. It's just all those simple things, listening to my body.
That's great.
It's just, and then I look back and I'm like, oh, that's what I learned in the program.
Yep.
And I've taken it with me, and I'm still losing weight, and I'm staying within the healthy weight range. My jeans are looser on me. Today I put them on, and I've noticed people making comments to me like, oh, you're looking good, or Liz, you're looking fit. You've lost weight. And I'm like, oh,
But yeah, I can see even more change in your.
yeah,
You look like you're glowing again. It's
thank you.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, I know you said you haven't weighed yourself, but like, do you feel like you're continuing to just lose?
Yeah, I definitely feel lighter. I've decided to continue to go off how I feel and the clothes. So because the clothes are getting slightly looser, and I look at photos from like a month ago or 3 months ago or a year ago, and I'm like, go you, like, well done.
Yeah, same. That's why I was really excited to get on the call with you today and just sort of see where you're at, because I know we haven't chatted for a while, and but I can just sort of see from your photos and things that you've continued the journey, and you've done an incredible job, Liz. I'm so glad that the program was able to be a bit of a catalyst for you, because I know that prior to it you were kind of struggling a little bit, but
Yeah, I was.
so glad that just helping you fuel body and fuel mind, right, for I guess for the goals that you wanted to achieve. Was really proud to have been a part in that, because yeah, clearly looking at you now, you're beaming. So
Yeah, thank you. I was able to snowboard.
yeah,
Um,
good,
I
yeah,
feel lighter. I'm running now, like running to the gym and back, or sometimes I walk.
yep,
It's like 5 minutes up the road, but there's a few little like hills.
yep.
And people at the gym, they say you're really fit. You want to, and I'm coming second at the moment on the gym competition.
This is great.
And trying new things like boxing, because I gained that confidence and the energy from the food. And I was standing up straighter, and like I'm just accomplishing, I'm able to talk, public speak now with confidence. And I think that has a lot to do with it, like that you're eating, because the food that I eat makes me feel more energized. And then when I go to these events, people can see it,
Yeah,
and it's all the puzzle pieces. So the exercise, the water, the foods.
yep, and the self confidence in there, because it's all coming together. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, you're a superstar still, Liz, creating another Wonder Woman over here. So just wanted to congratulate you and say well done. And I'm so pleased that the journey has continued for you, because that's exactly what I'm aiming to do with the program. So yeah, thank you for
Thank
that
you.
today. It's been really, really good. So great to catch up with you.
Yeah, you too. And I highly recommend you, if that's okay, if I mention this today,
That's
just a little testimonial for you, Karen. I call Karen Kezi, but um, I highly recommend Karen because she's changed my life. So that 3 to 4 months we've had where we haven't had the coaching or the education and that ongoing accountability and support for the mental and emotional and the mindset blocks and the beliefs that I'd had for 30 years, Karen helped me to work through those emotions, to see that, like I don't have to be trapped by the feelings and emotions and then use food to soothe me. I was using cups of herbal teas instead, or talking to a therapist. A counselor, for instance. And also when I rewarded myself, so I'd have baths or go for massages or meditation groups. I would find other ways to soothe myself, drink water, go for a walk in the garden, like in the park. Uh, so I highly recommend you, Karen. Like, honestly, you still have changed my life to this day.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank you.
still
So glad.
using everything that you've taught me.
Fuzzies, Liz. Thank you.
Yeah, Ellen, I've got my prayer up here now. So I highly recommend Karen to anyone. So if you're struggling with your health in general, so if you're feeling fatigued or anxious or depressed, or you don't feel confident or worthy about yourself, it's amazing what foods and the change of the belief of yourself and movement can do to help you. And it's just one small step. And Karen meets you where you're at. So for me, for instance, because I used to love eating, and I still love sugary foods, say instead of eating the whole block of chocolate, I then reduced it to half a block and then shorter and shorter. And then I swapped it for like cacao. So for a lot of plant-based things. And that really changed my energy level as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Karen meets you where you're at, accountability, supported, and yeah, it's like a non-judgmental space where you can be yourself. It's very holistic as well. I highly recommend Karen Sawyer. Get onto her.
Thank you, Liz. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. And Dan and I, because Dan did the cleanse, my partner with me, I think he lost a fair bit of weight from memory, didn't he?
You lost 6 kilos, 5.9, I think.
Yeah, yeah,
Got a
yeah.
really good result.
And my partner's generally like loves milk, loves meat, and he went off everything and he felt so much better. And he even said this year, Liz, imagine if we combine the gym, our training with these top trainers, with doing the 3 to 4 week cleanse again. Like imagine how we would feel just to
Yeah.
reboot ourselves.
Well, I'll have to come and develop a new one then, won't I?
Yeah.
Sure thing. Okay, I'll do that for you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Liz. It was great chatting to you today. Thank you so much. And yeah, I look forward to chatting with you again in future and just, seeing how much further you've gone. So
Yeah.
thanks a lot.
Thank you.
See you later.
Bye.